Do I boo-hoo? Do I say, oh, the club put me in there? No. I put myself in there. I did what I had to do as a Hell's Angel.
You know, my daddy always, if you got in a fight and you came home with a bloody nose, did you hit him back? If you didn't hit him back, Dad put you in the car and took you back over there and told you going up in that yard and get your shit done and be a man.
They got their walls drove through by tanks, by the FBI gang, and all that shit happened to that chapter, right? Like those guys go through their being a big motorcycle club, even sometimes just being a small motorcycle club, you go through your.
A lot of people that have come in have seen definitely a change in the club and the direction that the club is going.
I looked out my window and you could see a body laying out in front. And here's this dude running around up there with no, just had his sweatshirt on. And he tells me he's a Hell's Angel. Even after all that, I still wanted to join the Hell's Angels.
People out there, man, that are just natural followers. And they just fall right in line with that type of program. But not 1%ers, man. 1%ers don't ask permission.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin With Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about this little scrimmage with the Pagans and the Outlaws that happened at Humboldt Park in Chicago. A lot of crazy information, and we're going to talk about all these motorcycle accidents that have been going on. Shout out to everybody up there in Laconia. I've been in contact with a lot of people up there, and there was a motorcycle accident up there. Sending prayers to everyone involved. I hope everyone's okay. There's a lot of things we got to talk about today. We're going to go over to Canada. We're going to go to Chicago today. And I'm going to show you this exclusive video. You'll only get it here first on Chattin With Staxx. You already know I'm the one that breaks pretty much everything that's going on. I try to, you know. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's, brother's, sister's friend about Chattin With Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch this show. So, one of the interviews I did with Gary Michaels, part 3, something happened and it got it like froze in the middle of the interview, and then the audio was off. So I'm gonna look into what's going on with that, and I'm gonna try to get it back up for you guys. And if that doesn't work, which I hopefully I'll be able to get it to work, but if not, me and him will just do a live together, and he can go burn the Outlaws, Pagans, what's happening. Yeah, this is a pretty wild situation. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Charles, what's going on? Thank you for joining me, man. Appreciate you. It's crazy. Everyone's on the ground. Outlaws jumped in. And one of them had a weapon, too. Pretty wild. Right in front of the police. All this whole situation happened right in front of the police. Hey, Diaz, you got it. And remember, don't be a bitch. Troy, what's up? How are you, man? Lindsay, how are you? I appreciate everything you do for this channel. Make sure you check out Patreon. You want to see the unedited video? Go to Patreon. You can watch it right now. No edits. Jason, what's good, man? How are you? E-Cola. E-Cola. How are you, man? Thank you for joining me today. That's a pretty wild name. Social Rejects is in the building. We got 30 people in the house. You guys are going to like this video. I'm the first one to drop it. Shout out to the Sin City Disciples. Al Rose, what's going on, man? Shout out to BC, Canada. We're going to talk about Canada, crazy situation going on up there. Chicago is HA and outlaw territory. Not anymore. Diaz. Sending blessings from Long Island, New York. Shout out to everybody on Long Island, New York. Larry Hart, what's good, man? Thank you. I appreciate you. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys this video in a minute. But here, look, check this out. This is like how it starts off, right? It starts off right in front of the police. You see the police car right in back, cops standing right there. Cops are standing there the whole time. And the cop grabs a outlaw probationary outlaw. They call them probates, right? Probationary, you can see on his cut, and they hold him back because he's trying to obviously protect members, but they're the ones that are getting involved with it. I don't know why you would get involved, and shout out to everybody on both sides. I don't know why you would get involved with a confrontation like that right in front of the police. Now, this situation happened at the Humboldt Park Puerto Rican Day Parade. What's up? I'm new to this channel. What's going on, man? How are you? Well, you won't be disappointed if you check out the content. Go under live videos or join the membership, and you'll see a lot of videos. So let's get down to business. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. So an 18-year-old was killed while riding a motorcycle in Charlotte, police say. 18-year-old boy has died after a motorcycle crash in West Charlotte on Friday afternoon, according to Charlotte Police Department. Around 1:15 p.m., June 12th, officers responded to the 3100 block of Freedom Drive about a motorcycle crash. When they arrived, they found a damaged motorcycle and the rider unresponsive nearby. Caden Riley Maltis, 18 years old, was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries where he later died. Impairment is not suspected factor in the crash. Contributing factors are still under investigation. That's a sad situation. 18-year-old kid. I mean, this kid had his whole life ahead of him, right? That's pretty bad. So one dead is in York County motorcycle crash. This is out of Pennsylvania. And for anyone that knows these people, or maybe they've seen the accident or anything, I'm sending prayers out to you. Condolences to everybody who knows somebody who lost a life during any of these crashes. This is out of Cordis Township, PA. One person died in a motorcycle crash in York County Saturday night. The York County Coroner's Office says the crash occurred at the 3700 block of Ridge Road in Cordis Township around 10 p.m., June 13th. Coroner says the crash involved one motorcycle. The coroner did not identify the victim, and the crash remains under investigation. And these just keep going, right? Medical helicopter response to motorcycle crash in Miami County. Authorities are investigating after a motorcycle crash in Miami County on Saturday. The crash happened at the 7000 block of Sharif Road around 6:20. Miami County dispatcher confirmed. Dispatcher added Miami County sheriff's deputies and medics are on the scene. The news crews saw several first responders blocking the road, and care flight is nearby in a nearby yard. Crews watched the helicopter scene as they left the scene. Deputies were on the scene, provided no additional information on what happened and if anyone was injured. Obviously, someone was injured, right? They wouldn't be having a fucking helicopter. 2 killed in a tire blowout, sending 3-wheeled motorcycle into crash on I-10 in Orange County. This is a crazy situation. Orange County, a blowout on a 3-wheeled motorcycle. That's a trike, I think. That's not a motorcycle, but okay. The blowout on the 3-wheeled motorcycle along Interstate 10 in Orange County turned deadly late this morning, killing a man and a woman, according to Texas Department of Safety. DPS is investigating the crash on Interstate 10 near 868 mile marker. Preliminary investigation indicates that around 10:40 a.m. today, a Honda three-wheeled motorcycle towing a small trailer was traveling east when it sustained a blowout on the rear tire and struck the concrete barrier. DPS said the driver and his passenger were ejected. The driver, identified as a 71-year-old man from Dawson, Louisiana, died at the scene. His passenger, 69-year-old woman, was taken to a nearby hospital where she died. That's crazy. So both people died. And I mean, they were probably husband and wife, I'm assuming, right? Just traveling on their motorcycle, their trike, because it's a trike. But they had all their belongings with them, and they just, I mean, that it goes that fast, right? Possibly, maybe they weren't wearing helmets or something. It doesn't really say. Their names were not immediately released, pending notification of the next of kin. DPS said the investigation is ongoing and no further details were available. So, let's see. Loris man dies in a motorcycle crash near Tabor City. This is out of South Carolina. South Carolina man has died Saturday night in a motorcycle crash in East Tabor City, according to NC State Highway Patrol. Troopers said the crash occurred at approximately 8:28 p.m. at Peacock Road near Clyde Norris Road, about a mile north of NC 904. Simon Scott, 47, was driving Suzuki GSX R1000 motorcycle southbound on NC 904 when the motorcycle ran off the right of the road. According to Highway Patrol, the motorcycle struck a mailbox, entered a ditch. Scott was ejected from the motorcycle where he was pronounced dead at the scene. Trooper said Scott was wearing a helmet at the time of the crash. Sometimes it doesn't matter if you're wearing a helmet, right? No Grow, what's good, man? RJ Adventures, shout out to you. Thank you for joining me today. Appreciate you. I got some other news today. We hit 50,000 followers on Facebook. Shout out to everybody on Facebook. I'm glad that you're watching. I couldn't have done it without you guys, every single person. We just hit 50,000 followers on Facebook. Insane. We're going to go to 100,000 next. Hey, Crazy, what's going on? We're just going to keep going. Congratulations, Crazy says. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Jimster, what's good? Kurt is in the building. No Grow. JR, just the Outlaws. It was a Spanish Cobra folks whooping ass to the fam. Yeah, there was another club involved. I couldn't really tell their back patch during the melee. I'm going to show you guys the video in a minute. We just got a couple more things to talk about. We're going to get right to it. I don't see it working out for the Pagans. That has been HA in outlaw territory for years. I don't know, man. Grab a membership. Thank you. I don't know, man. Things change, you know? Things change, and who knows? You never know. Hopefully this, hey, Dubs, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Facebook is finicky with the way they do things. It is very, I had to take that video down from Facebook because they were hitting me with shit for it. You know how it goes. But anyway, let's get to this because I know you people want to hear about the video, right? Let's see. Here, I got a video for you guys real quick. Beecher man dead after single motorcycle crash. This is out of Wisconsin. A Beecher man has died in a single motorcycle crash. Sheriff was called to the county Highway Z near Fur Farm Drive in the town of Beecher. Around 12:54 in the afternoon on Saturday, a Harley-Davidson trike driven by a 74-year-old Gary Yiggy of Dunbar, Wisconsin, was traveling east on Highway Z. Department says further investigation shows he failed to navigate a curve and went into a ditch and hit a tree. Yagi was not wearing a helmet and he died from his injuries. The crash remains under investigation with the county sheriff's office. Damn. And this just goes on and on. One person is dead involving a crash, motorcycle crash in Phoenix. All right, let me get this video for you guys. There's just so many damn crashes. It's insane. I could see her all day and tell you guys about all these different crashes.
Now, the South Carolina Highway Patrol is also investigating a deadly motorcycle crash in Orangeburg County. Troopers say the crash happened just after 5:30 this evening at the intersection of Bonner Avenue and Minerva Drive. Investigators say a Harley-Davidson motorcycle was traveling west on Bonner Avenue when it ran off the side of the road, and the rider, who was the owner of the motorcycle, was taken to MUSC Orangeburg, where they later died from their injuries. The Orangeburg County Coroner's Office has not yet released the victim's identity.
No, they didn't. Crazy says, I thought the Outlaws were helping the Pagans. You could clearly see in there, this dude has a club in his hand and he's clubbing this dude. So I don't think they were helping him. Definitely, no, I don't think so. Maybe he was meaning to do it to someone else. I don't know. I don't know the situation. I don't know why exactly it started. I mean, we're gonna try to figure it out, but I got a crazy story coming up for you guys. Hold on one second. All right, here's another crash. There's two crazy situations to tell you guys about.
Just into our newsroom, this is a live look at a deadly crash in Phoenix. A motorcyclist has died after crashing into a car. It happened around 5:30 tonight near 12th Street and Bell Road in Phoenix. Witnesses told police the motorcycle was traveling westbound at a high rate of speed when it smashed into another vehicle that was making a left turn.
You can see the intersection taped off here. Authorities say the motorcycle caught fire after that impact. The motorcycle
Told you guys the left turn is the most deadly. We got 72 people in the house. Make sure you hit that like button. I'm going to be showing the video in a minute.
A rider died at a hospital. The driver of that car was also taken to a hospital. They're expected to be okay. We'll keep you updated as we get more information.
And the bike burst into flames too, right after. Like, I wouldn't want to be on that. You just got to be very cautious of what's going on. All right, so this is a wild situation, right? Let's see, where the fuck is the picture at? So this dude has, I think, 3 life sentences, right? And it's all over a motorcycle helmet. Listen to this crazy shit. So a missing helmet piece, Ohio court upholds 15 to life sentence in neighbor stabbing death. Ohio appellate court has affirmed the murder conviction of Montgomery County man who fatally stabbed his neighbor's boyfriend in 2024 following an argument over a piece of a motorcycle helmet. Exco Kennedy, his name is. It's spelled EXCO. That's his name. Like, who the hell names their kid that? will serve a mandatory 15 years to life in prison after a second appellate court upheld the original sentence. Kennedy had appealed his conviction for murder and aggravated possession of drugs, claiming it was self-defense. The deadly confrontation took place on July 7, 2024, according to court documents. Kennedy became aggravated after doing laundry at his neighbor's next door, Stanley's home, and realized that a piece of his motorcycle helmet lining was missing. After multiple trips to the Stanley house and demanding the item, he shouted profanities. Kenny returned home. He changed his clothes and put on motorcycle gloves and strapped a 9-inch Amazon survival knife to his belt. During his trial, Kennedy testified that he wore the blade as a deterrent, telling the court that nobody's going to attack a tall black dude with a knife on his belt, he said. Surveillance video shows Kennedy pacing the sidewalk between the houses for nearly 5 minutes, stretching his arms, punching his fists together, eventually yelled towards the residence for the victim, RM, to bring his punk ass outside and we could settle it. RM walked outside wearing only boxer shorts, Kennedy said. "What's going on, RM?" And RM replied, "What's the problem?" Kennedy asked if RM wanted to fight. A verbal argument ensued, and through RM encouraged Kennedy to hit him, Kennedy instead drew the survival knife and stabbed RM in the abdomen. Kennedy then pushed the injured man to the ground and punched him in the back of the head like 9 times. The neighbor across the street witnessed the attack, called 911, and took Kennedy's knife, throwing it behind a fence for safety. When police arrived, Kennedy was on the ground with the victim, covered in blood, admitting to the stabbing. Medical personnel later found a bag of the Big M and hidden in Kennedy's sock. RM died the next morning at the hospital from sharp force trauma to the abdomen, despite multiple surgeries and massive blood transfusions. Kennedy's legal defense centered around the claim that RM was the initial aggressor. Kennedy alleged that he was afraid of RM and took a bloody pocket knife away from him during the incident. However, video evidence showed RM's hands were completely empty by his sides before the stabbing. A pocket knife recovered at the scene was later identified by witnesses and video evidence belonging to Kennedy. This guy looks like a psychopath, doesn't he? The appeals court in the state proved beyond a reasonable doubt that Kennedy was at fault for creating a violent situation and not acting out of legitimate fear or in imminent death. The court dismissal of all Kennedy's assessment errors, keeping his conviction and life sentence completely intact. So he will be serving pretty much the rest of his life in prison. So there's a situation that happened in Canada. Let's see. And then we're going to do the video right after this. So a man has died after being struck by a vehicle following a large fight in North York. You guys know where this is? It's in Toronto or something. The Toronto police are investigating a homicide of one person who was struck by a vehicle. A man has died after being struck by a driver in a vehicle following a large fight in North York Sunday morning. Toronto police said they're investigating the incident as a homicide. Investigators responded to reports of a group fighting in the area around 6 a.m. near Keele Street, Wilson Avenue. Said Toronto police on social media. At the scene, police found one person who had been struck by a driver in a vehicle. They worded that really weird, didn't they? At the scene, they said they found one person who had been struck by a driver in a vehicle. Of course. What, did the vehicle do it by itself? Come on. Of course, there was a driver in the vehicle. So he was struck by a car. The man was later pronounced dead. The brawl broke out after an argument in the area. A DuPuy inspector, Scott Dewberry, said in a news conference at the scene. Another person was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, police said on social media. Superintendent Jack Gurr said more than one person was involved in the fight, and police are seeking witnesses. They urge anyone with the incident to turn themselves in to police. We're not going to be long until you're discovered, they said, adding that the neighborhood is very quiet and it's unusual to have these sorts of issues. It's important to acknowledge the amount of distress that this incident will cause your residents. A light-colored vehicle was seen fleeing the scene, but investigators do not have suspect description at this time. Residents may notice an increased police presence in the area as investigators actively look into the case. There are no risks to the public as investigators believe the incident was isolated and localized. I mean, this dude's out there running people over. Obviously, there's a kind of a little bit of concern for the public, and they said there is no concern for the public. Crazy. What do you guys think of that? So let's get to the topic at hand, right? So the situation starts off like this, right? Right in front of the police. This is at like the Puerto Rican Day Parade at Humboldt Park in Chicago. So this dude, the pagan I just showed you, is telling the other guy, do something, I dare you. He's daring him on the video. I'm going to show you the video. But look at this dude's got a club in his hand. Listen, whatever you do is being filmed at all times. You got to move like you're being filmed at all times because most likely you are. Everybody has a camera nowadays. Everybody. So just, no matter what you do, you just need to move like you're being filmed all the time. Because most likely you are. So let's check out this video. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit! Hey, don't do it! Oh, my stuff!
There's a woman screaming in this video the whole time. It's kind of why I had to look. There's a police officer right there. See on the left, right there. Boom, police right there, right when it starts. Look, and this obviously is in the Midwest. This is look. There's 2 guys, 3 guys right there, and he's saying, "I dare you, I dare you." Look, police right there, right in back of him. See, he's daring him. Crazy.
Oh, shit! Hey, don't do it! Oh, my stuff!
And this girl in the background is yelling. She's like, I can't repeat what she said, but it's pretty crazy. Why the F should the cop do anything? I mean, that's what police do, right? They don't sit around and do nothing, right? I guess they do. I mean, they're trying to do something, I guess. But look, all of a sudden, so I can't make out that patch. If anyone knows what that patch is, Outlaws pop out of nowhere.
Stop that!
Look, and this girl's pushing on this guy's back. You can see it's a probationary cut, right? Right. That guy's a full patch member. This guy right here, see? That cut is a probationary.
Stop this PJ! Stop this PJ!
And then there's a cop right here, grabs the, see, it says probationary. The cop is in back of the probate. The Outlaws have a clubhouse in the neighborhood of them Spanish Cobras. I heard that they moved that clubhouse, the Humboldt, the one that was in Humboldt Park, near Humboldt Park. It says that they moved that clubhouse. Look, the cop's sitting there. The cop's grabbing people, right? Look, boom, he has a club in his hand. Dude's got a club in his hand. Does he have a gun on his side too? No, that's a big ass knife. This dude's got a club in his hand. And he's coming down with it. And then he pops back up.
Hold on.
And then this guy just pops back up. And then these guys are going at it too. So there's a bunch of scraps going on at the same time. If you guys want to see the uncut video, go check it out on Patreon. Here comes the police, right? And then they drop the bottle. It's all red. It looks like blood, kind of, but it's not. It's juice. Is that blood right there on the ground? I don't know. That might be them drops right there. Yeah, they look. It looks like it might be. Somebody got split.
Damn, officer!
So then the cop makes this woman leave, but she's screaming in the background in the original video. If you go to Patreon, you can see the video now. Never fails, Kurt said. Somebody's leaking. Police do something. We're outlaws outside 99%, but required to help, right? I mean, you got the woman is screaming, get him, jump on him, jump on him. That's what the woman's screaming the whole time. On my soul, jump on him, beat him, on my soul. That's a cop right there on the left, no? I can't tell. I mean, Jason said this is outlaw territory, but these guys are there, right? Roy says, hey, Staxx, I'm about 30 miles from there. I've been there before. I've been to Humboldt Park before. I mean, it's a lot going on, right? It's a chaotic situation. But I know that there's like little beefs here and there, right? But I hear in other parts of the country that they don't really have a problem like that. That like their differences are pretty much set aside and they just coexist. They don't really. I've heard of them even hanging out together in certain parts of the country.
Oh, shit! Hey, don't do it!
I mean, this is not the place to do this type of stuff, right? One guy's trying to hold the other back, like, dude, don't do this. Right? See? He's trying to stop him, like, bro, chill. But he's like, I dare you, I dare you.
Oh, shit!
And that kid swung first. You seen it? That kid right here swung first. And then look what happens to him. Bam! Hits the ground. And then just all hell breaks out. Look, you don't see any outlaws, right? And then they just pop out of nowhere. Bam!
Stop that bitch! Stop it, bitch! Stop it, bitch! Hold on! Damn, officer! I'm sorry!
So what do you guys think of this situation? Do you think they can coexist without this type of stuff happening? Now, that was at the Humboldt Park Puerto Rican Day Parade. This might have happened on Friday or Saturday, one of the days. You know that dude's still going around saying that he's retired. Do you know that? He's going around saying he's retired. I think you have to be a member for 30 years to be retired, don't you? Dude just makes his own stuff up as he goes. It's pretty crazy. Maybe like here ago, BR Fest, same block. You saw them a year ago at another PR Fest, the same block. Hey, Johnny Weedseed, what's going on, man? Cat, what's good? Man, after all the stuff I've seen, I would never join a club. Go for a ride, back roads for a few hours. Shout out to you, No Grow. Be careful, man. Be careful for the left-hand turns. People making left-hand turns in front of you. It's not gonna last in the city. You get them already. Listen, times are changing, right? Stuff like that just can't happen anymore. People got to coexist, but you know what happens when people are drinking or I mean, look at all these motorcycle club events, right? All these events that happen. There's not really too many problems in a lot of these places. There's not like all out war and mayhem that goes on. Speaking of that, up in Canada, they're all telling the police up there, says the Nelson police are warning the public about outlaw motorcycle clubs coming to the area, trying to warn the public. I mean, they're not coming to destroy the town. I don't know how many times I got to say this, right? So, the Nelson police are warning residents to expect more than 50 outlaw motorcycle gang members in and around the city this weekend. In a Facebook post, the Nelson Police Department said members of numerous clubs and chapters are expected in the community and on the area highways on Friday through Saturday, or Friday through Sunday. Police said they will have high visibility presence throughout the area and are working with other law enforcement and intelligence agencies to coordinate their response. They are not just bike rides for fun. Behind the scenes, the story is completely different, they said. This is a show off of their power in the area. the people that I mean, I don't understand their PR, right? The spokesperson for the Combined Forces Special Enforcement Unit of BC said outlaw motorcycle gang rides are not the same as regular motorcycle club gatherings. What are you talking about? I mean, they're just coming to go to spend money in the community. But these people are like, we got to warn the public. It says outlaw motorcycle gangs are criminal organizations, they said. They said police often watch for offenses such as dangerous driving, drug possession, drug trafficking, firearm possession during smaller rides. The RCMP says outlaw motorcycle gangs operate across Canada with support clubs used to drug traffic and violence and intimidation. They said they are aware of the ride taking place in Coonery region, including the Nelson area. She said her unit supports local police throughout intelligence gathering, intelligence sharing, and specialized enforcement resources are required. They need more money, right? They need more money to go after people. That's the only reason why they put these notices out there. They said there's a presence of outlaw motorcycle gang members does not automatically mean that the residents are in danger. So why put this out there? Why? What's the reason? It says we can generalize the statement that there's a risk to the public, she said. That is the reason the policing partners, including us, we work together to prepare to make sure the public safety is maintained. When they don't even need to keep the public safe. These guys aren't going to different towns to do anything. Staxx is right. Coexisting is the way to go and get back to back at the government and the police. 100%. All the fighting just needs to stop, you know? It says the associate professor of criminology at the University of Alberta said the fact police are publicly warning people suggests that they have intelligence about the gathering and are preparing for it. Seeing the presence of bikers like this can be very intimidating to many people. Can you imagine? They said they studied gangs and criminal organizations, violence, and neighborhoods. She said gatherings involve different clubs and chapters, can have different purposes, including socializing, internal planning, or operational discussions. So they need to go to someone else's town to do that. It's crazy, man. That's why. Do you guys think that this biker brawls thing would help the beefs that they have out there? Do you think that that would be a thing? Do you think it would help these clubs settle their differences? Or do you think it's too far gone for their differences to be settled? I mean, there are some pretty major clubs who have settled their differences, it seems, from the looks of things, right? We haven't heard anything going on with between the Mongols and the Hells Angels in a long time. It's been a while. It's been over a year, I think. So they said they're trying to warn the people, and talking about the gathering before it happens itself is important. Police are not typically warned the wider public in advance, she said, if they believe the gathering was likely to lead to organized crime violence. Such bullshit. Listen, the only reason they are making statements like that is so that they can get more money to go after people. That's what they want. So, I mean, all this bullshit, it's just the government trying to it's a way for the government to ban patches. 100%. That's like they're putting it out there that's where it's going, right? No, she's here. I seen her here today. CMC says, look, these beefs in these fights have been going on for decades. It's nothing new. It's just now bikies is a thing and bikers is a fad. So it's going to be looked at more. 100%. Yeah, it's been going on ever since motorcycle clubs started, right? I mean, that what happened there wasn't really that major. It was just a little scrimmage, right? Who knows what it was all over? It didn't even seem like it was motorcycle club it didn't seem like it started that way, you know? Canada truckers, strippers, bikers, repeat for government. You have the seat in the Senate. Share this show. If you're not sharing, you're not caring. Ban patches. Does that mean they're going to ban the red or blue bandanas also? I know. Does that mean they're going to ban the police motorcycle clubs too? I mean, a lot of the cops are in, when was it published? Yesterday. So it happened during the Humboldt Park Puerto Rican Day Festival Parade. Young men fighting is a rite to passage. 100%. Still getting scrapes. Competition is fun. Who knows, man? Maybe they live in an area, right? Why white guys can't go to the Puerto Rican Day Parade? I used to go to it all the time. Shit used to go right by my house. I used to go to the Dominican Parade too. In Hartford. It was pretty big. Good times. There was a huge shooting there one year, and I was like, yeah, nah, maybe we shouldn't come here anymore. It's always better outlaw territory. Maybe we just forgot that. I know that's like where they that's their home base, right? Chicago. They were born and bred there. Yeah, but you're respectful. I try to be. They obviously were not. I know even the women were there yelling, "Jump on them, get them, get them!" Like it's crazy, man. There always been outlaw territory. Maybe the biggest forgot that. Italian's been white since. You are correct. Generational. There's a past. They're raised to hate. Still do. So you don't think it'll ever go to where they can coexist? Tell your mother's brother, sister's friend about Staxx, a membership on Chattin With Staxx. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. But yeah, go check out Facebook. We hit 50,000 followers. I'm very happy about that. Let's hit 50,000 on YouTube. Virginia Chaos, what's going on? Thank you for joining me today. If you want to see the whole unedited video, just go to Patreon, check it out. Matter of fact, I'll put it on for free on Patreon. If you guys want to go check it out. Unedited. I don't think there was a need to pull weapons out there. What do you guys think? I hope you guys like this show. If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother's sister's friend about Chattin With Staxx. the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. If you want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App at Chattin With Staxx. Or you can hit up Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chat, Zelle, all that good stuff. I appreciate every dollar goes right back into the show so I can bring you the dopest content possible. I got a lot of dope interviews dropping this week. Shout out to everybody who comes on the show. I got Scott Anthony coming up, a Cuban cigar smuggler. We got the scary guy coming up. We got Alex Gold, the woman that was held captive by a motorcycle club president. She tells me the whole story. She even names the club. So stay tuned for that. It's a pretty wild story. If you want to see these interviews first, just join the membership and you'll be able to see them first. Hey, Blackout TV, thank you for joining me today. Wildcard, Tommy, Kurt, thank you guys all. I really appreciate all you guys. Iron Therapy, what's good, man? Thank you for joining us. Crazy, thank you for joining us today. CMC, The Gymster, Virginia Chaos, Cat, Wildcard, Lindsay, all you guys, thank you. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday. Stay tuned for more content. And remember, don't be a bitch. Peace.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.